located in the Central Valley of California. The Fresno Fire Department. Established in 1877, the Fresno Fire Department is one of the oldest departments in the United States, rich in history and tradition. Today on the Battalion, we are back at Station 3. Captain Palmer, along with firefighters Chris Garcia, Matt Silva, and traveler Dave Ramirez, takes some morning time to test some of the equipment.
Just awesome customer service, man. That's all I can say. But yeah, dude, last week was cool, dude. It was where I went to 7s and Dave Farm was at 9, so
Lance Perkins is down at headquarters.
My customer service skills?
yeah.
With the chicks or what?
What's that?
With the chicks or with
Oh yeah, dude.
So the official name on that?
that little runner?
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me how to stand out with that, man. I just
Ridiculous.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Engine 3 is the first engine company to get their new MSA SCBAs.
Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, they're way clearer than our old ones were, just without anything on them.
Yeah, so waiting for that first fire so I can break mine in.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
I was off the last 2 days, so. Haven't had one yet with them.
Yeah. It's gonna break the ice on that one, and it should be good after that. You know, nice and smooth.
You haven't had one at all?
Yeah. No, I haven't had any fires with that. Fernandez said that he broke his in on that homeless campfire that they had there, I think last week, first morning at 7 a.m., I guess, during shift change or something.
Oh, yeah, that is. I recall.
Soon, yeah, we'll see, man. My name is David Ramirez. I'm a vacation relief firefighter for the city of Fresno Fire Department, and I've been on the job for 6 years. I became a firefighter because I decided during my college career that I didn't want to be sitting behind a desk pushing a pencil. I recall as I was transferring to the local state university, one of my high school classmates, he was on lunch break from the fire academy with his fellow fire academy cadets. And as they approached me, they were looking sharp. They were in their uniforms. They had a sense of camaraderie about them. And I decided I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be part of something bigger than just myself.
Being one of the busiest engine companies in Fresno, the crew gets to the market to shop for their chow for the next 48 hours and hope that a call does not come in.
Good one, dude.
Dave's phone.
Because you're just chilling with your crush.
Yeah.
Just chill with my crush.
Shopping with my crush. All right.
Oh, yeah. Sure, man.
They make it back to the engine. So far, so good. Back at the station, they even get time to put the chow away.
What? Okay. Let's make some tots. We'll do some soup then. For lunch, right? Yeah. I'll be there to. See. You'll keep tomorrow on tots will be like that. You rather have tots though? What? It doesn't matter to me. Tots or soup?
With corn, with chili dogs?
Yeah.
Tots, dude. What's wrong with you? I don't know, man. It's like eating cornflakes with water.
Wait, with powdered milk?
Two! 3, maybe 4 minutes. Unless you move around too much.
Yeah.
So they start preparing breakfast.
After we graduated from our training, we came here to Station 3 for a dinner with the crew from Station 3. So it was pretty exciting, but also another anxiety-filled day because the people that were on duty here had been on for a while. And it was then that they gave us our station assignments. And my particular assignment was to be on Engine 4, which it's no longer Engine 4, but at the time it was a really busy place. The whole downtown area was known as the Fire Factory, so we knew we were going to get a lot of experience and a lot of exposure to things that happen out in the field.
And they get time to sit down and eat. A very rare morning. A call comes in. Engine 3 is out the door. The call comes in as a residential structure fire.
One of the first incidents from Fresno County that made me feel like I was a part of that team and that I was a part of something that was inherently dangerous was a vehicle fire that had occurred on I-5, which is one of the main corridors in California. That particular stretch of I-5, it's a dark, desolate area. It was approximately midnight, and a big rig had caught on fire. And as I'm sitting there in awe, looking at this big rig on fire and walking around it, I proceeded around the front of the vehicle towards the driver's side. And right then, the captain grabbed me by my collar and yanked me back. And just then, a big rig flew by at approximately 70, 80 miles an hour. And at that time I realized that what I was doing was dangerous, but that with the proper training, I wouldn't let that happen again. When I was here at Engine 3, that was the time when we deployed our MSA breathing apparatus. And I hadn't used it yet on a fire, but the day later, we had a fully involved garage fire. And the only way to make access to it was through the alley. So I pulled a hotline because there was a lot of flame.
You gonna reach it with that?
And a lot of exposures there, and my job at that point was to make sure that there was no risk to the exposures. So I had to knock the fire down as my partner deployed the apartment lay, so that way we could have more of an extensive reach if it did get into any of the nearby structures or vehicles or anything nearby.
Well, looks like we'll barely need reaching here.
It's a detached garage, and both the garage and the fence are blazing.
It doesn't look like it's locked.
Before he puts water on the flames, David makes sure that his mask is on correctly. This is his first fire using his new MSA SCBA. First, they extinguish the flames of the fence in the front of the structure to gain access.
Any lines down there, Matt, or no?
Nothing yet.
Yeah, I see some lines, but
No water on the.
The crew of Engine 9 arrives on scene. Firefighter Romero moves in to continue hitting the fire with water.
yeah, I'm just gonna go in through here too.
I got you right here. Hey, right there.
The entry door to the garage is locked. They must gain access. The fire is building inside the structure and needs to be vented. With cutbacks across the nation and across this department, there's no money for new hose lines. This worn line bursts the leak.
Water coming. Got fire right above you.
Firefighter Sharp uses his brute force in an attempt to break the lock on this steel door accessing the backyard. Firefighter Ramirez has gained access and continues through the back door and around to the yard.
Hey, take them. You don't have to come in through here. We don't have to? No. Okay. And you have access inside the building on the south side. I said you have access to the garage. Okay.
BC Escobedo arrives on scene. Captain Palmer talks with the battalion chief.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might have been that debris pile on the side there, man. There's kinds of wood and shit.
So I advised the crews already. They're aware of it.
There was that one other time. There was that one other time.
Battalion Chief Escobedo is on scene and talks with the homeowners.
You guys are sorry, engine 19, truck 19? Engine 19. Okay. Anyways, what? You're not doing much, I don't see anything here.
PG&E has arrived to shut down the power. Captain Palmer discusses the incident with Escobedo.
Well, like I said, when I went to look at it from the other side, it's actually in there pretty good. It's well, we'll take a look and see, but it's not as threatening as it's not as scary as I thought it was.
I think we need to send the EMS units to Battalion 3 because I think he's out of breath. I'm sitting there saying, can I say that, please?
The fire is out. They are finishing up wetting the embers.
Engine 3 was dispatched as part of a residential response to a structure fire. We arrived and found fire in a detached garage accessible through a common alley in the back. They had to take down some fences, and the fire was limited to the detached structure, and we're currently trying to figure out cause and origin.
The engine companies pack up their gear and roll their hose lines. Engine 3 is available and back in quarters.
Somebody is.
For 10, for 10 minutes? You?
Not me.
10 minutes of GoPro. 10 minutes of film right there. Hold on, we'll take care of this. Put it in your shorts.
After I did my time at Station 4, I came here to Station 3 for my last 6 months and continued my training, passed the 1-year test, and from that point on we became travelers. So the whole idea behind a vacation relief traveler is we fill in behind people that are on vacation or sick or that are on special assignment for anywhere from 2 hours to 24 hours. So during that time I have had a lot of opportunity to work on different rigs and different equipment and work with a variety of different people.
You just said you guys were there for 7 hours.
A call comes in. It's a fire at the recycling processing center.
I'll have to call somebody to come pick me up, bring me home.
Right there.
Go in the south entrance, come all the way to the back.
How you doing? All right. What you got, Lou?
Firefighters already on scene have wet down a lot of the garbage that's on the conveyor belt.
You got in there at all, maybe? Well, it looks like no. I don't think
Smoke and steam continues to rise from the trash.
But, gentlemen, wanted us to move it out.
They start the conveyor belt and must make sure every bit of trash is drenched with water. They don't want to return to this.
No, don't want the metal catching fire.
Fire in our waste recycling plant. Got caught on a hot load, came through the conveyor belt and started a small fire in their machinery. And we just made sure that it didn't get into these incredibly, ridiculously large piles of waste.
The crew of Engine 3 goes back into service. Later in the evening, Engine 3 gets another call.
The most amount of times that I've moved in a 48-hour period would have to be about 5 times. So I would show up somewhere for 2 hours, do my assignment there, check out the rig, clean some toilets, do some basic cleaning, and by the time I'm done, then I'm ready to go to my next house. So I go back to my next rig, whether it might be a truck, so I got to check out the truck, check all of the equipment, which is quite a bit. I'm there for a couple hours, and then I get moved to a different rig, which at this point might be an engine. So it can be pretty busy. Basically just traveling around and not knowing where you're at from hour to hour, really.
They are requested to park the rig out of the busway and walk over to the patient. A worker at this facility is complaining of chest pains.
We're here for you, sir? Yeah, we're here for Jaime. All right, can I get you just to sit on the bench right here? Hey, what's going on?
A little hard pain right here.
Okay, you ever had pain like that before?
Not that bad.
How long's the pain been going on?
I started to
So it's been going on since 2 o'clock? On a scale of 1 to 10, if 10's the worst pain you've ever felt, 1's not bad, what would you rate it right now?
Before it was about this.
Captain Palmer is asking the patient about his level of pain when the ambulance arrives on scene.
16 respirations, Captain Fresno Fire Department. Has a history. The only history is sleeping is heart arrhythmia. He takes a couple of meds for that. No allergies that he's aware of. He gets the same ambulance.
And you guys have on 6?
Yeah. 6, yes. Okay, we're gonna stand you up and get you over on a gurney here and get you checked out, okay? Okay.
You still have the ball keys?
Let's go ahead and take your,
No, that door.
Okay.
let's get you about all the way up, okay?
The paramedic and EMT pack up their patient for transport to the hospital. Engine 3 is back in service and available on the radio.
Hey guys, come check this out.
What's up, man?
Did you guys get that email from Kobe?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah. And you guys look at this thing, this govx.com.
Oh, cool. What is it?
Is that half off for military and EMS?
Oh, 50%
that's
off.
cool.
Pretty cool. Did you see all the stuff they have? Yes.
That's some cool stuff.
Yeah, what do you want? Watches? Sunglasses?
Oh, nice.
Nice, huh?
You know?
Kids stuff. It says up to 50% off. It's not bad. That's really good, actually. It's cool.
You should check this thing out, man. Looks like there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, man. Take a look at it.
What's
What
the name
is
of the
it
website?
again? GovX?
What is it?
GovX.com?
GovX, yeah.
A call comes in for Engine 3 to go to the Fresno Convention Center.
Everybody can bring your radio. Make sure you get your radio.
When they arrive on scene, they find that an elevator is stuck in the convention center containing the featured act at the rap concert. The crew is led to the elevator in question.
Where are we at?
Is this one?
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, how many?
Hey, Israel, you need to call the elevator company. They need to make their way out of here.
Are they
in the knock box.
Yes, I can.
downstairs? Don't open it until we get the elevator. Okay. Yeah, it should be a hydraulic elevator, so we should be able to lower it down to this floor and get this door open. See if we can find that. Can anybody make voice? Dave,
You can hear him
hang on,
now.
man. Dave, thank you. Got a radio?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you go with Explorer up to the second floor so you can get voice communication with them?
All right.
And just let them know that we're here and see what's going on.
Okay.
Matt, you want to hang here for a sec?
Firefighter Ramirez makes contact with the people inside of the elevator.
Hey guys, fire department, can you hear us?
Okay, can you ask everybody to stop talking because the fire department's trying to communicate with you guys in there? No.
No, okay. All right. Yeah, I think you're going to be my best source of communication with them. So, yeah, just let them know if they don't know already that we have crews dealing with the elevator mechanical function, and they're going to try to basically lower it down using the hydraulic means. So, just basically hold on. Palmer Ramirez, what are the keys that you're looking for? Yeah, the elevator recall keys. Yeah.
Israel, do you have elevator recall keys, or do you know where those are at? Do you know what they are?
Runs. Elevator in your lobby, right here.
Simmons, Palmer, Tac 1.
Are they next to
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and turn the power back on. We've got some elevator keys, so we're going to see what we can do.
They test some elevator keys, and none of them seem to work. The police are directed to the kitchen area where the elevator is stuck.
Hey, Alfred, can you hear us?
Hold on. Hey, everybody on channel 1, can you stop radio talk, please? I want everybody off the radio.
Alfred. Okay, where you go?
All right, Alfred, can you hear me? Okay, do you know what floor you guys are on?
Another 4 feet below grade right here.
I can see them. They're right here. They're below us. They're halfway down the first floor. Yo.
Have some sick people. Stop smoking weed.
You pound it in there?
Yeah, I mean, without,
Here, let me see this.
and that just a little bit. You do that whole lot. All right, man. All right, let me see your flashlight again.
The convention center faculty contacts the elevator company and requests them to send in a maintenance worker. The elevator specialist arrives and tries the regular method, but the elevator is overweight with the rap star and his entourage.
Look, here's where it stacks it over. What was the last somewhere on the back side of the door? Slide over this way, and that depends where the latch is.
Hey, interior doors. What floor are you guys on?
The elevator specialist gets the elevator open on the floor above, and the people that were trapped inside come out joyous down the stairs and excited about being saved.
Recording that? Yeah. So is he. We were dispatched for a report of a person stuck in an elevator. We got to the Fresno Convention Center and there were 22 people, including the band that was supposed to be performing, stuck in the elevator. Had difficulty accessing the trapped persons. Elevator company repair tech eventually arrived and he got him out.
Moments after the rap artist and his entourage leave the facility, the crew receives a call for a shooting near the station.
Get the backboard and everything, you guys?
Yeah, backboard.
Open the door.
Concert goers surround the gas station. Many seem to know the victim. They arrive to a secured scene by the police.
Thank you. Thank you.
The crew quickly assess the patient that has been gunned down.
The biggest eye-opening call that I recall was just the level of violence that I had encountered out on the streets. The first big call was a double shooting. One was a fatality and the other one was a critical injury patient. And from that point on, I knew that this was going to be a wild ride for the rest of my career, and I was all on board and was excited about it.
They work closely with the ambulance crew. They're trying to package up the patient to get him to the hospital as quick as possible. They secure their patient to the gurney and place him in the ambulance. Some of the crew stay with the patient in the transport.
All right, so we were returning from our last call at the convention center, and we got dispatched to a shooting just across the street from the station. We arrived about a 25-year-old male with a gunshot wound to the head and one to the torso. Crew of Engine 3 is down at Community Hospital with the patient, and we're going to go pick him up.
Engine 3 must go to the hospital with the ambulance to pick up their crew.
In the back of the ambulance, we did all we could to help the victim. We ran with a BLS airway and tried to hold pressure on the side of his abdomen where he was shot, and transfer him to the hospital. Once we put him in brought him into the emergency room, the hospital worked on him, and he's deceased.